Hi guys, I am here with my main deck TCG IRL Bolmeteus control. So here comes the deck profile. First of all, 3 Bolmeteus Steel Dragons. These are the boss monsters of the deck, the trump card. 7 mana 7000 double breaker. Whenever this creature breaks shield, the shield goes directly to the graveyard instead of going to the hand. Next card is Pazagazil Dragon. This card is 8 mana 8000 shield trigger speed attacker. No, not shield trigger, speed attacker. It's a double breaker and this creature can attack untapped creatures and it returns back to the hand at the end of the turn. It's a very good creature for removal and also controlling the battlefield. Next I have 2 Galek Shadow Warrior. These 2 creatures are good for removing blockers and also discarding 1 card random from opponent's hand. And it's a fire dark, so it also gives mana support. Next we have 3 Corail. A very good card for stalling games and in control decks. This creature sends one of your opponent's creatures to the top of their deck. So a very good card to stall. Now these are the potential shield trigger Aqua Surfer. It's a very good shield trigger of water civilization. It sends 1 creature to its owner's hand. Now a little defense is needed for a control deck. So 4 Bloody Squirrels are there. Generally people run 2 or 3, but I prefer to run 4 Bloody Squirrels because we never know, we might face early attacks, rush, assault, etc. So Bloody Squirrel always comes handy. Second line of defense, 4 Thrash Crawlers, an awesome card for retrieving card from your mana zone, and also after casting, suppose Volcano Charger or Corpse Charger spells, and we can reutilize that Charger spells by summoning 1 Thrash Crawler and then returning the Charger spell from mana zone to hand. And also it's a 5000 power blocker, so it is a very good blocker. The next creatures are 2 Aqua Halkas. It is good for drawing cards. People generally run 4 or 3, but I only run 2 because I have 4 energy streams by the way, so I don't feel the necessity of the Aqua Halkas giving extra draws. Now the creature shield triggers, which discards 1 card from opponent's hand. Locomotiver, as we all know, a good shield trigger which discards apart from Ghost Touch. I run 3 copies of this. So I think these are all the spells we have. Now these are all the creatures we have, sorry. Now we will come to the spells. So shield trigger removal, destruction shield triggers, Terror Pit, as we all know, of Darkness Civilization, an awesome shield trigger. Then some Ghost Touch, 3 copies of Ghost Touch for discarding card, also a shield trigger. The second line of discarding engine, 4 Cranium Clamps, awesome card to put opponent in a tough spot in a duel. Discards 2 cards, opponent chooses 2 cards in their hand and discards. The third and final line of discarding are the Lost Soul. Supreme discard in TCG, as I must say. Discards the whole of opponent's hand. Everything opponent has in its hand gets discarded by this spell. 7 mana, quite expensive but worth it. Now we will have the spells that give us the draw power, 4 energy streams. Very awesome spell, 3 mana, P3 card drawing, card draws 2 cards, gives you more opportunities. Now we will come into the charger spells, starting from Slash Charger, which is a very controlish card, gives you the idea of your opponent's deck, and also sometimes you can view your own deck to see what card you are lacking in the deck during the time of duel and reshuffle the deck, etc. Slash Charger, very useful in TCG. Next we have 2 Volcano Chargers, easy for petty removals of 2000 or less, and plus it is a fire spell charger. Then we have Recursion, graveyard to take card creature from your graveyard to hand. The Corpse Charger, suppose opponent removes Bolmeteus from your deck to the graveyard, then you can use the Corpse Charger to take the Bolmeteus from your deck into your hand. Nice card. Now, recently I added this hide and seek in my deck. This was not previously in my deck. I feel the necessity of this spell very much. I am also looking of multiple copies of this card. This is a very nice spell. It sends one of your opponent's creature to his hand, and then the opponent shuffles his hand, and then one card is randomly discarded. So it is a very controlish card. Now, in most of the control decks having fire, we have mass removal spells such as Searing Waves. Despite of it destroys one of your shields and send it to the graveyard, it destroys all your opponent's creature that is 3000 or less. So it is very necessary if opponent spams creature in battle zone with suppose Liquid People's Beast Folk of 2000, 3000, you can use this and destroy all of their creatures by only destroying one of your shield. The second line of mass destruction is Blizzard of Spears, an awesome mass destruction I must say. Destroys all creatures in the battle zone that are 4000 or less. Easily destroyable, destroys all the light blockers and creatures, and also Petrova. It is a best anti-Petrova card. Finally, we have Apocalypse Vice, an awesome spell which destroys. The player can choose total number of creatures with total power of 8000 or less and destroy those creatures. So this was basically my RUB Bolmeteus deck, and I am very proud of this deck. But as we know that this is the second most best deck after Boombazer Blue in TCG. Being that Boombazer is very broken, and this Bolmeteus also makes this deck much more broken. So I hereby conclude my TCG main deck. Thank you very much, guys.